Britain brought the North and the South, and they tried to merge them together.
Yeah.
Was it by force? At that point, why didn't the people say, no, we don't want to become part of anybody, we just want to remain as we were before?
The question was, they had military power.
That's why I said they did it by force.
Well, a combination. They had military power, they had educational power, they had the money, they had the resources. So the Africans, they didn't have the strength. Of course, there was some sense of resistance. In some places, there was resistance. I can give you a small one. In where I come from, called Aruchukwu. When the British came, they wanted to conquer Aruchukwu. Aruchukwu refused. I mean, you hear the story of the exile of Oba Barawan of Benin, the judge of Opopo. These were kings who resisted the British. They exiled them. Use force. In my own community, Aruchukwu, we because we had a stronghold on the southeast part of Nigeria, both in governance and trade. They wanted to conquer us. It ended in a war, the 1900 and 1901 war. 1901 to 1902 war. Yes, the British against Aro people, called British Aruchukwu War. They defeated Aruchukwu to be able to reduce the power that the community had over the governance of the. They did that in different parts of Nigeria. In the southwest, they did it in the southeast. In the north, it was easier for them because the north was already under the Fulani, House of Fulani leadership, and they were not as resistant as the South. So they didn't have much trouble with the North. Also, they understood how the North was governed. This power of indirect rule, using the emirs to rule the people. So there was no, they just got the emirs in their good book, and then they gave orders, and everybody followed. But in the South, so because we're more Republican, people ask why this? Just like there were resistance, all pockets of resistance. So to answer your story, it was forced. Some areas that were rebattled, some others were just threats and use of other superior powers of economy to intimidate people and coax them. Some people went to jail. Some were even murdered, some were exiled in the process of colonizing Africa.
So it was literally, maybe they didn't have the equipment to fight them anymore.
No, we couldn't. They had the guns.
When they were coming through the ship, everybody noted them to bomb them from, or to fight them from the ship.
We had cutlasses.
I was saying bomb as a bomb was there.
Cutlass. We are talking about bomb. So we couldn't stand them. Secondly, they also came with things that were appetizing in some respect.
Okay.
They brought some education. They brought some health care. And these were things that help people to, make their lives. They brought whiskey. They brought brandy, gin, and then the natives will taste this thing and they feel good. They say this looks like okay. So it was a